He's yapping to Kratos, and I wonder if Kratos is gonna interrupt him by screaming his name really, really loudly.
Kronos!
But the thing is, Kronos blames Kratos for the death of Gaia, and maybe the other Titans too, because I don't think we see them for the rest of the game. But I don't get what he's mad about. Kratos goes to hell every single game without fail. If Gaia is dead, she can just leave. I mean, hell, did I not kill Hades? The devil, who is stopping her? I don't think she wants it bad enough. This whole interaction leads to a fight though. Yes, we have to kill Kronos, the Titan, and he tries to crush Kratos with his fingers, and I simply move his fingers away, no problem.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
We then use the light of Helios to blind him and me. Friendly fire. We fall through the sky and swing to his hand, and they're skeletons, they're swarming us. They're like bacteria. But Kronos keeps on moving, so Kratos has to adapt quickly lest we plummet. We end up climbing on his arm and Kronos can't find us. We get on some even ground and fight the skeletons again, but this time Kronos can see us and is blowing his disgusting breath at us. I can't imagine the smell, bro. Just death. And now he's trying to smack us too. It's a bad situation. Like, I don't know how the hell we're supposed to kill this one, but Kratos has ideas. We blind him again. He throws us. We land, we climb, and there are a ton of demons, bro, just living on Kronos. Like, damn, bro, do they pay rent? It's like an apartment building. We find this crystal thing on his stomach, so I start hitting that, and he's not liking that. He's still alive. Kronos then pulls his entire arm back. Still alive. We lift that hand up and poke it with the blade of Olympus, and we swing to safety. Now he's gonna try and wipe Kratos away. We're running and running and running. It doesn't work. We fight and we struggle until Kronos gets Kratos and eats him. This part is really cool because we're inside Kronos, skydiving and everything. From a lore standpoint, this makes me angry because this maneuver has never ever worked out for Kronos. Basically, the Greek myth of the Titan downfall goes like this. The Titans ruled everything before the gods, and Kronos was the leader, and one day Kronos got a prophecy that said that his kids would overthrow him and his followers. So naturally, Kronos' big plan to avoid this bad future is to eat all of his kids. But here's the thing, he doesn't really eat them. He drops them inside of his gullet and goes about his day. No chewing, no like digestive procedures. They're just there. The gods in the story just sit in his organs until Zeus, the only one who was spared, grows up and breaks them out. So why the hell would he then eat Kratos, the son of Zeus, a guy who is clearly more deranged than Zeus? Of course he shambles around in the dark, finds a wall, and stabs it and rips his way out. Get me out of here, gang. What is Kronos doing? We stab Kronos right in his forehead with the blade of Olympus, and that's enough to kill him. Then we take the rock back to Hephaestus, and he attempts to betray Kratos, but it doesn't work. So we take these new blades to the bridge, and we move it, and you can use them in combat. But it's so late in the game that I never really use them. But the next 2 hours of this game is a slog. Great heavens. One of my only gripes with this game is the pacing of the boss fights, because at this point, Zeus is the only major threat left, and the only reason we're not beelining for Zeus right now is because of Pandora and the Flame of Olympus. And for the rest of the game, you're real hype, because you know the big finale is near. It's about to go crazy. But there is still a lot of game left and no gods to fill that gap. There's a Scorpion boss, but you know what I really want. Hell, this next part isn't even fighting. It is a big garden puzzle area that I hate so much. You're just running around, bro, moving things, looking at things, walking around things. Hell no, brother. So I'm gonna skip through the game a little bit until we get to Zeus. We get through the garden and eventually we find Pandora. We just need to take her to the box, let her explode, and acquire the power it holds. But then problems start being set up because Kratos and Pandora start bonding a little bit. She's telling Kratos about the power of hope, and I'm like, don't try to hit me with themes and lore now. Where were you when I was in that garden? So another hour goes by and we're right below the big room with the box in it. We just need to find a way up. And Pandora is like, Kratos, if we can snap a chain, I don't care anymore. I fly down, do a puzzle thing, come back up, and there Athena is talking to Pandora, most likely gassing her up about her purpose and her fate, but she sees Kratos and is like, are you ready, Kratos? Revenge awaits, and things of that nature. Real schemer she is. But we get up there and Pandora is like, look, Kratos, there it is. In the darkness, the fires of hope will set us free. And Kratos grabs her and she's like, Kratos, this is my purpose. Release me. But Kratos now wants to find another way. And honestly, we've beaten every other god without breaking as much as a sweat. Do we really need whatever's in the box? But she squirms away and runs right into Zeus. Put her down, Zeus, Kratos said calmly. Your obsession with this abomination, this thing, this robot is not fantastic, Kratos. You gotta let it go. But he lifts Pandora up like she's Oliver, and Kratos squeaks out, so Zeus throws her away. This starts the fight where Kratos launches Zeus into the air. Zeus grabs him and they both push back. And this fight does something really interesting by making it 2D. It is hard as hell and it took me a while, but all you really have to do is jump over Zeus before he can attack you, because when he attacks, he gets stuck into animations and he'll kind of just keep going. So if you jump out of the way or parry it, you'll be fine. The other thing you have to do is look out for him when he jumps, because then he starts throwing lightning bolts. When he does this, roll into him so he won't be able to hit you. And once you figure that out, the fight is really easy. At some point, the two will punch each other and they'll both fling back. Kratos Kratos runs up on Zeus, knocks him into a pillar, and charges him, then throws him into the other pillar. Zeus will attempt to fly into us, but Kratos uses that motion against him. Kratos then grabs Zeus like full bear hug and runs him all the way to the pillar, and he just... The building starts falling apart around them. Pandora is surprisingly fast enough to run on top of these chains and hop to safety. She looks at Kratos, looks at the box, back to Kratos. She's dedicated, I'll give her that. Kratos chases her down and grabs her arm. She says, "Unhand me, Kratos. It's my destiny." And Zeus is in the back talking about, "Don't you do it, Kratos. You better not let her go." And brother, it's like, Zeus is a goofball. This man can fly and teleport. He had every opportunity to get her away from the box. There is a cliff right outside. He could have took her over there and thrown her off. This seems like a massive plot hole to me. And then Zeus is messing up, telling him not to fail Pandora like he failed his family. And why would you say that? Why would you bring up his family? Kratos doesn't respond well to anything Zeus says. Why are you gassing him right now? We wake up and Pandora is gone, and so is the flame. Kratos walks over to the box. The power of the sun. In the palm of my hand. The box is empty. Zeus is in the back laughing hard as hell. He's rage baiting Kratos to the highest degree and quickly teleports away. So he couldn't do that with Pandora. You wanna know what I think? I think he knew the box was empty and just let this happen. It was jokes. It was a game. But Kratos doesn't care if he has new powers or not. We're still gonna go fight Zeus. So we head outside and find Zeus on the balcony, gazing at the destruction, the calamity that we've brought to Olympus. Look at this mess. Do you know how many single mother households it's gonna take to put Olympus back on the map? Because I'll tell you one thing, Kratos. I'm not erasing a damn thing. You ruined it, Kratos. You ruined it. So we start fighting again. I'm giving him the business.
There's a moment in history. Take a picture. Gaia, you live.
Yes, Kratos. She lives. He's so dramatic. He screams everything. And she's mad at both of us now. And they couldn't give a damn if they tried. And she tries to crush them. And in response, they jump inside of her. What did she think was gonna happen? The Titans as a whole, they have nothing to show for anything. Brother, I find her heart and I start stabbing it. It's really funny because she's having like an actual heart attack. Then Zeus reappears. And this is where the final phase of the fight takes place. And honestly, I'm kind of disappointed with Zeus's boss fight. It is really cool, but I never really felt like I got that wow moment, you know, like, but it's the end of the game, the end of the video. I really don't care. Not really. This fight is hard as hell though. I was here for so long that I stopped recording and I don't remember what I did to beat it, so if you watch this video and you want to play the game, my advice for you at this point, survive. The fight ends with Kratos attempting to stab Zeus with the blade, but he parries it and we end up in a struggle, and let's go ahead and skip the nonsense. You know how this goes. Zeus starts dying. Gaia starts dying. After the chaos, Kratos rises from the rubble, retrieves the blade, and yeah, he's really chill about it. All in a day's work.
Want a break from the ads?
So Zeus has a ghost and is gone mad. We wake up with all of our weapons destroyed, and the ghost grabs Kratos and drains all of his health and magic again. Then he kills Kratos, I think. But dying happens all the time, bro. This is regular. This is nothing new. And with 10 minutes of the game left, they try to hit me with the dream segment.
No, thank you.
The important part is that Pandora, from either beyond the grave or his mental construct of her, tells Kratos about the power of hope again, and he wakes back up invigorated. We get away from the ghost, grab the blades, and the ghost can't do anything to Kratos. So we fight it till he gives up and falls back into Zeus. Kratos looks at the blades and casts them away, and charges Zeus. Look at how they got him. He's done. From here, it is a straight up beatdown. And with Zeus officially dead, the final calamity reigns on the world. So, what now? I'm glad you asked. I present to you Athena. She's like, finally, Kratos. This plane is free from the tyranny of the gods. The people can finally bask in the holy word of Athena. So they're about to go on the mythical lore dump. And considering the next game is a soft reboot, I kinda really don't care. The only thing you need to know is that the power we were looking for was in Kratos all along. Yes, that is right. The god of war was the friends we made along the way. And Athena really wants the power because, I don't know, she's a god. She wants to rule, I guess. I don't know. So Kratos has two choices. Give the power to Athena and maybe she'll fix everything. Or he can take the Blade of Olympus, impale himself, and release all of his power into the world in the hope that it'll fix itself. You know which one he chose. But the question is, did it work?
This is a certified hood classic. impressive.
Alright, so we gotta talk about the Akatsuki, man, because these guys are just too cool. They have too much sauce. Like, they got so much sauce, they got matching coats. Like, who does that, bro? These guys actually just horrified me as a kid, and I thought they worked really well as villains. And rewatching the story as I got older, I understood a lot more why they worked as well as they did. And the first reason for that is that they get shit done. To me, something that's often important with villain characters is that they are actually capable and feel like a legitimate threat to the main characters. If we don't actually see them do anything impressive or see them put the main characters in any bad situation, we're just gonna look at them as bums. But with the Akatsuki, our first introduction to them is when they show up and completely body Kakashi. Like, my man is gone. And as we know from before, Itachi killed his whole clan, including his parents, so just knowing he's in the group makes us wonder what other type of sick, twisted individuals they got there. Then they just straight up kill Gaara, like they deadass murder him, he's dead.
Man, I'm dead.
Like the guy that was just the main antagonist of an arc got killed by one of the weaker Akatsuki members. Then they body Kankuro, then they kill Asuma, then they kill Jiraiya, and then it's revealed that the leader of the Akatsuki was the one who killed both of Naruto's parents and was the one that made the Nine Tails destroy the village. We even learned that Orochimaru, the most evil, despicable guy on the planet, got kicked out of the Akatsuki. Huh? Like, what? How did they kick out the most evil dude in the land from the evil organization? Like, clearly these guys are not to be messed with. And whenever the main characters actually manage to defeat one of them, they're almost always on the brink of death. Reason number 2, they all have their own individuality. Because they're all part of the same group, it's important that they aren't just evil henchmen for the main characters to be, but every one of them has their own motivations and goals outside of the Akatsuki. They all have their own philosophies and things that drive them. Like Kakuzu wants to get as much money as possible, Deidara wants to make people acknowledge and validate his art, Hidan wants to sacrifice people to his god. Kinda like with the Straw Hat crew in One Piece. So while they all follow Luffy, each and every one of them all have their own goals they want to accomplish. Reason number 3, their theme song. Their theme song is just so fucking good. I remember as a kid, every time either that or the Orochimaru theme song came on, I would just be shitting my pants, bro. Music can be so effective to make certain characters embody certain vibes, and the Akatsuki theme song really does embody evil and just pure fuck-assery. Reason number 3, they are all good characters. A villain can be as evil and capable as humanly possible, but if they're just bland as hell or annoying as shit with nothing going for them, I won't care about them. I'm not like a massive Boruto hater or anything like a lot of people seem to be, but one thing that disappointed me a lot about one of its arcs was Kara. This is effectively Boruto's version of the Akatsuki with a few key differences, and man, is it so much worse in every single way. Particularly so because, again, aside from like the most important members, none of them are good characters, which is really baffling because there are so much fewer Kara members compared to the amount of Akatsuki members. Delta is literally just annoying. Like, that is her character trait and she has nothing else going for her. Boro is just the most bland, generic villain of all time, but every single one of the Akatsuki members, even the ones that don't end up mattering much in the grand scheme of the story, are in my opinion pretty well written characters. So we're gonna go through all of them and explain why that is, and also rank them from worst to best, starting with...
If you've ever felt overwhelmed trying to figure
Sung Jin Woo is taking looks maxing to the max.
Turn it up.
Oh, okay.
That's the max.
It's a max. That's the max.
Yo, boys, I may be getting ahead of myself, but it's looking like Solo Leveling gonna be one of them ones. The story hitting, the animation smooth, and we cannot forget about the D1 Max Prestige light skin of a main character they got us rocking with, Sung Jin Woo. But he wasn't always like this. Before he started looks maxing, bro had that Timothy Chalamet build, a straight featherweight, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But looks maxing is dangerous though. It can turn turn a previously top tier ugly nigga like myself with no hoes, no life, no job, no motion, no riz, etc. into a Hall of Fame threat, starting point guard on the Memphis Grizzlies type shit. So it's only right we lock